this situation, it's prevented us from being able to tell full truths to you all, which is not fair for us, for you, for the channel, for the stories that we want to tell. And yes, there is legal things going on which prevent us from like talking fully, but we've kind of like made the decision that there's nowhere really to go. So with all of that said, good morning. We are so excited for today's project, and that's because we are finally going to be addressing all of the issues with the stairwell tower. So if this is your first time ever clicking on one of our videos, hey, welcome. Let me quickly bring you up to speed on the shipping container home debacle and how we've gotten ourselves into this mess in the first place. So a few years ago, when we started building this, everything was going really smoothly until we found out that the spiral staircase, in order to access this upper level, was not going to meet code. So it was kind of back to the drawing board. We ended up coming up with the plan to build this wood frame addition on top, as well as this stairwell tower that would connect both floors. It would give us the ability to still access, still meet code, everything would be fine. Or so we thought. This 34-foot tower is literally not held up by anything. This is attached to nothing. Like, there needs to be foundation support here. What ended up happening is on the day that this tower got craned into place, the foundation was not done properly, and unfortunately the contractors didn't say anything. They just didn't address it. So we have found out months later that it actually is shifting away from the containers. It has the risk of falling over completely. So it was back to the drawing board. We had to hire engineers. We now have our trusted contractor, Dumpy, who is just so fantastic. And it's onwards and upwards. Liam from Post Tech is just getting here, and we are gonna solve one of the issues with this tower once and for all.
Morning, how's it going?
It's going.
That's good.
These are really heavy.
This is the one I'm more nervous for, but like, it is what it is.
Well, it's not what it is.
Well,
Like,
we need the pile.
At least this one's way out here where you can dig it up with the tractor.
Yeah.
yeah, that one, I don't know what you would do. We'd probably have to like directional drill or something. Okay, so we have a little bit of figuring out to do before we can put that first pile in. So you may remember Todd and I ran all of our electrical conduit, our water lines, septic, everything here ourselves. So the intersection point between the electrical, water, and septic, it's almost exactly where this post needs to be. Hitting the electric line, even though it's not live and activated yet, it is just not an option. If you remember, that was an incredible amount of work that I did with my parents. Shout out to them for coming over and helping us fish all of those lines through.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, jeez.
That was a very physical job. So I'm actually just gonna watch some of our old videos and look at the drone footage and see exactly where that point is. All right, I'm back. Todd was right. We are 2 feet away from it, so there's no worry, but better to be safe than sorry, right? Like, I'd rather be able to adjust with the saddle and still have wiggle room to bring it up to exactly where we need.
Yeah, so that'll give us like half an inch of play. This is absolutely nuts. The skies literally just opened up. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's thunder. This is kind of the other good thing of the screw piles is if we were digging holes to put the sono tubes in, which is like the concrete alternative. Sono tube coming in! Let go of the tube. You're gonna knock it over.
Okay. What the hell is this channel?
We would have had to stop right now because the holes would have been filling with water, the concrete would never dry. Liam's just gonna ride out the lightning and then keep going because it has no impact on the ability to keep doing these. When we did the foundation for the house, it was snowing because it was December, so definitely highly recommend.
And just like that, the tower foundation is officially done. I just feel so relieved. It was pretty quick. I'm sure it seemed quick to you guys, but just the background and all of the work the last couple months to get to here, it was a lot. So this just feels like such a win.
Yeah, exactly. And the tower's not going to fall off, which is like the biggest win.
Yeah, bonus.
But the rain's not really letting up. So
yeah,
we were talking, I think we're just going to continue on tomorrow and call it a day.
Doing the beam and building all of that is going to be a messy job. So I think that that's probably the best decision.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, go to the dome and hang out for a bit.
Yeah, let's go relax.
All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. It's been a few days since we picked you guys up. The rain did not let up. It has been absolutely miserable. We were kind of annoyed at first, but then we were like, you know what? It has been a really busy build season, so having a couple of days of downtime, whether they're forced or not, was actually really needed, as you can probably tell. I got my little shadow here, hey. He's just been snuggled up. We've been doing a lot of TV watching, haven't we? Been binging some shows. It has been really good though, especially with Surfshark. They are the sponsor of this week's video, but let me tell you, they have completely changed the game of entertainment. And that's because you really aren't limited to just watching something on Netflix or Hulu or Disney or whatever streaming service you're using in your home country. That's because you can log into Surfshark, change your IP address to appear as though you're anywhere in the world. So in case you don't know, Surfshark is a VPN or a virtual private network. So in addition to unlocking free entertainment, which is totally legit and legal, by the way, all around the world, it also has a really important feature, which is safety and protection. So your browsing history, your cookies, your true location, your passwords, all of that is completely secure and encrypted all the way along the chain. And hiding your true location isn't just about internet safety and security, it can also save you money. The next time you go and book a flight or a hotel or anything ticket-based, open up Surfshark, change your location, and I guarantee you the prices will vary depending on where you're logged into. Surfshark is it's such an incredible deal. It works out to be less than the price of a cup of coffee every month. And if you scan this QR code or you click the link in the description box down below, you're gonna get 4 extra months included. You have nothing to lose. Trust me, give it a try. You will love it. All right, buddy. I gotta go over with Papa. We gotta get to work. We gotta build that beam. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you get some sleep. All right, let's get to work. All right, so where we're at, Todd and Dumpy just finished cutting the boards that are gonna make up the beam. They're crawling underneath the tower now, and they're gonna put it into place, lift it up so it's secured.
Okay, so I'm flush here.
Yep.
Do you want me to start?
Yep, you can spike that all together.
Oh, I got a plate here. I can't move my beam anymore. See that? Metal sticking out? I can't move my beam. We'll slide back your way a bit. I just need to get it. Where are we at? Right there. Like if I could move it back just a bit.
How far you gotta come?
I would say 3 feet.
Watch the nails in the back of that.
Okay, I'm clear there. All right. So, as you may recall, we have an issue with the tower where the backside where it meets the container house, it's not supported. So we have to install this beam underneath, which is a 4-ply 2x8 beam that goes underneath. But the issue is when we're trying to get it back so it fits on the foundation, we've got some metal sticking out here. So I'm just gonna chop it off with a grinder and then we'll be able to get the beam on. She's ready? Thanks. Look at that, teamwork. I mean, no one really took a team approach when it came to who has to go underneath and do all this work, but that's okay.
Yeah, that was a team approach.
Here, team decision to send Todd. All right, here we go. Good luck. Done.
Nice.
Like that.
Okay. Spike this one and we're done?
Yep.
Just a question, how come it's touching there but not down there?
Because we have to
Adjust?
Go up with it. We just couldn't, if it was all the way up, we wouldn't be able to slide them in.
Gotcha.
I can see the light of day again.
I really lucked out not having to go under there. Todd and Dumpy are covered in mud.
It's so dirty under there, but
Is he going to change?
yeah, he's going to clean up. I'm going to go change. Do you want me to make you a coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. When we get back, he wants to continue on with the stairs.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't, make a coffee and I'll kind of explain.
Just a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, what's going on over there. Okay, so now that we have the beam done, which is just awesome, such a relief, we're gonna get started on ripping out all of these stairs. So you may remember that the stair treads were not done correctly. So we've got some that are 6 inches, 9 inches, 8 inches. It's really all across the spectrum, and that's just not gonna work. It needs to be the exact same rise and run per tread, because your mind, like psychologically, when you go to take a step, you're expecting the same as the previous step, and if it's not, it has the risk of making you trip up and fall. We don't want that, so let's get to work on ripping these out.
Oh, I have to get something upstairs.
There you go, it.
You looked at me, looking at you, and there was nothing we could do to stop the moment.
just be nice if we had that plywood off, we could lighten it up.
Like, is it a lot of screws on the top, or is it
I don't know.
mostly nails?
I think it's mostly screws. There's nails in the like perimeter.
Now you found me, darling, you found me. I could never break away.
These are all coming up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it forever. I will stay. I want you to be. I want you to be.
No, I'm gonna drop it.
I probably laid my tape measure up there too.
You gotta stop pointing out problems, Dumpy. You're making a lot more work. Alright, so it's a few hours later and we have all the stair treads off, but now it's time to take down the platform. So the key to all of this is, as it turns out, if the platform had have been installed 2 inches lower, the rise and run and angles of the stairs would have been no issue. It's just that little bit of attention to detail that was missed. So
Double check your measurements, kids.
always double check, cut once, but we're gonna get to work on taking this platform off.
Do you think if we pushed up really hard on it, it would come out?
No, yeah. After that.
This is a bigger project than I thought.
There she is.
And just like that, the stairs are removed. It feels so weird being in here after all of this in this empty space, but we're gonna get to rebuilding them. I think we're gonna be able to save a lot of the materials. So Todd just got all of the nails out of the stair stringers. So hopefully we can salvage those as well as the top. So maybe we won't have to buy that much new material after all. Do you want me to go like in the interior?
Yeah, you just kind of pick that up, and as we bring it up, I'll lower mine in.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you can drive a bunch of spikes in there if you want, Tyler.
Sure. Like where they were before?
Yeah.
Platform is in. I think it's looking pretty good. Now, to do the stairs.
This one here, the way it is, will work here. And that one there, I've already cut some off of that, so that should work over here.
Oh, so that's gonna sit on there, is it?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Need help.
Oh, we're good.
You got it covered, Todd.
Yeah.
I figured it's a nice space.
You're really not,
People.
you're really not needed anymore.
All right, well, if you need me, I'll be at the river with a drink. So that's how it's like wedged in almost.
Yep.
Smart.
We still wouldn't have the stairs off.
No, we would have gotten into a fight and quit. Who made a mess of my clean floor?
Where else? Yeah?
That was it.
Oh, me, yeah. That looks pretty good.
Hang on.
Close enough?
Close enough.
Watch your fingers, because I'm probably gonna miss.
That's good. You just barely caught it, but that's good.
Nice. Close enough.
Close enough.
Is it high?
No, the little bit, but like less than it was before. This must be going easier than you thought, is it?
Well, not too bad, but the work is gonna be getting the top ones on.
I thought it was going so smooth. Thought we were gonna be done. Oh yeah. No, they couldn't have been out that far.
That's what I mean, like it.
No, they probably didn't have the mic that far.
Yeah, but I feel like it wasn't that big of a
We
gap.
didn't have that kind of gap though, I don't think.
So when we put the actual wood piece on top, will we put it on top of the 2x4?
No, they come
I know everything will come back off.
These are just for construction.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought that.
These are just temporary.
So the wooden stair treads go right on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Had no fucking clue. I thought that they went on top of that.
No.
Tyler's just here for the ride.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know what I'm here for, to be honest.
Can't remember life before you, and I can't imagine life without. So I'm gonna close the door on any doubts. Now you found me, darling, you found me.
How do you feel?
Love our new stairs.
Do you?
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny actually. You would never be able to tell that we even did anything. They look the exact same.
Yeah. We were actually just laughing about how we spent an entire day working on this, making progress, but it looks identical to how it was before we started.
Same as the tower, like the foundation support.
Yeah.
Like we could have done this whole video and no one would have ever known that we even did anything, but It's important. It's important that it's done right, and having someone like Dumpy who actually knows their stuff, knows what they're talking about, it makes such a difference.
Yeah, so he's determined to go through like every square inch of the house and the framing and just make sure we find all the little deficiencies that are still hiding out from the previous builder, just to make sure everything's good before we start closing the walls. But
we told him that's a project for tomorrow though. It's been a long day, so I think we're just gonna go hang out at the dome for a bit and we'll see you in the morning.
Snuggle the puppers?
Yeah.
Okay, see you in the morning. So like cabinets across the top, right? Cabinets across the bottom.
Yeah. You're gonna need some kind of support in the center.
So we could build a whole thing of drawers up for like...
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like,
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
you had even just a bunch of open shelves, right?
I'd probably do drawers that, because where people are going to be walking through here to use the bathroom.
Well, drawers would be okay down below, but if anything up high,
Yeah.
pull a drawer.
Yeah, you wouldn't
can't see anything.
can't see.
Okay, we'll kind of come up with the design, figure that
Yeah.
all out. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
I know, you think you know, but I don't think you know. Yeah, that's for sure. Knock it down like dominoes, feeling comatose, looking so morose. Yeah.
So basically the MDF plastic stuff would be to here.
It would come out, if you get the 3/4 inch, see these windows are in the 3/4 inch groove here. So it would fit right in there, like that.
And then the tile up and around.
You could bring a tile up, just up to it.
Yeah, sorry, up to it.
Or if we put the metal strip all
Yeah, put the metal strip all the way around it.
A black metal strip would look really good.
If we can get this in black.
If you can get that in black or paint it out, you should be able to paint that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. Just get the right
It'd
paint.
be
to
a
go.
whole lot easier. Then you just cut the pieces, basically make a frame and shove it in there like that.
Yeah, that'd be way easier.
Shim it here in a couple spots, stick a nail in it or whatever.
And then caulk it along the window so water don't get underneath.
You're gonna get a fair bit of water, then it should actually be sloped.
Yeah, water's definitely gonna get on that.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst, having a window in the shower.
Yeah, we didn't think about that one.
But I want to be able to look outside. And like, look, you wouldn't even need to have a light on right now. We're off grid, man. Power counts.
I would say this here definitely should be sloped,
Yeah.
but we could do that with no problem.
Love it.
Hey, another problem solved.
How long till we find another one?
Yeah. Gotta stop finding problems to solve. That's the issue.
Making really good progress getting all of the backing on all the windows. This has definitely been a bigger project, but the thing is, it's gonna make it so much easy when we go and actually do all of the finish work, the drywall and the trim. It's gonna have something to grab onto. So a step definitely worth it. So shout out to Dumpy for coming up with it.
So that's it for in here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought we'd get there.
It's crazy. Like the floor's closed up, everything.
What's the plan for the rest of the day?
I didn't think we'd get through it this fast.
Get into the pocket, get into the groove, and do it like this.
It feels so incredible that the upstairs is finally ready for insulation and drywall. So we've got all the framing done with the exception of cladding in this floor. So if you remember a few months ago when we had all of the mechanical and everything run, it's all under through the flooring, including the plumbing. So now that that's done, we've passed the inspection, we can seal that in, and then upstairs is done until we're ready for the next step, which feels really good. Huge shout out to Dumpy. We spent the rest of the day just going through every square inch of the house, finding all the remaining problems, any red flags, and it just feels really good to have a plan, a list. We know exactly when we do the next projects, what we'll run into. It feels awesome.
Yeah, like I feel like for the first time in a long time, we have the full picture of what it is that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just been really nice because for a long time, I have felt, I don't know about you, but that a lot of these deficiencies and mistakes were things that we should have caught or been paying attention to. But Dumpy has been really helpful in making us realize that we aren't home builders. We aren't like Red Seal tradespersons.
This just
Yeah, we have hired people to help us with the things that we don't know how to do. And when there are mistakes, it's not our fault, and that feels really good.
If you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably already know that Todd and I both, I guess, kind of wear the mistakes that people make probably too much to the point that we beat ourselves up. And you've all been so awesome in the comments to if there's a mistake, hire a lawyer. You always want us to, I guess, stick up for ourselves. And there has been a situation that's been happening in the background for a year, and we haven't been able to talk about it. The whole situation with the stairwell and the foundation, yes, that has been a headache and it's been expensive. It is nothing in comparison to this mistake. It's tens of thousands of dollars, if not more.
And what's hard too is when there have been mistakes, I'm sure you might have noticed, we always refer to them as previous contractors or tradespersons or whatever, like previous, because we never want to say the business, because we are aware that when we started this channel, there was just a couple hundred of you coming along every week in the RV. Then things grew, and now there's hundreds of thousands of you watching these videos, and we are able to tell the story, but that person, it's their business, it's their livelihood, and maybe there's pieces from their side that we're not aware of. There's a whole picture. So we never want to cause harm to someone's business. So that's why we never...
Yeah. Well, truthfully, there hasn't been a mistake that's been so egregious that we felt that weighing, like what Todd was just saying, that responsibility with how wronged we were, it's never felt like that pendulum has swung that far, except with this situation. I think the biggest point with all of this is what Todd was touching on earlier about how a few years ago there were only a couple hundred of you watching these videos.
Shout out to the OGs.
Yeah, shout out. The reality is we've always kept, I guess, the way we do our videos, like this moment right now, none of our videos are scripted or pre-thought out, but this situation, it's prevented us from being able to tell full truths to you all, which is not fair for us, for you, for the channel, for the stories that we want to tell. And yes, there is legal things going on which prevent us from like talking fully, but we've kind of like made the decision that there's nowhere really to go. So with all of that said, if we can't resolve this, we're going to be moving on with our project and taking things back in our hands, in our control, and telling the full story, regardless of if that hurts a company or whatever potential ramifications there are, because we were wronged and we're sick and tired of it. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, and we gave them the chance to make good, like we said. So we have hired a lawyer, and that's also thanks to all of you. We're not those type of people. Like, we like to think that there is always a way to work through a situation without involving lawyers, but unfortunately it seems as though this situation there isn't. So we are still limited on how much we can say right now as we're just like working through it, but we will be talking about it. And I hope that as we start to share all of this, the confusion over the last few months makes more sense. Why
we had to move all of a sudden.
It was so big that we couldn't move forward with certain things here. So that's why we switched gears and worked over at the lake, and why even when we're here, we're kind of just bouncing around. But it will all make sense. I promise.
Yeah. Thanks for being here and for sticking with us and
helping us see that we're not crazy or wrong, and just, like pushing us forward into the right thing to stand up for ourselves finally and take back control of this unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in.
Yeah. Anyway, love you all lots. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I think we're just gonna chill for a bit and enjoy the rest of our day. And we'll see you next Sunday.
Bye.